Ferrari can disable your supercar, and there's nothing you can do about it. When Mat Armstrong bought a crashed Ferrari 296 GTB, he expected a tough rebuild. But no one had ever repaired one this badly damaged before, and he quickly realized the real challenge wasn't just the crash, it was Ferrari's locked-down system. After already struggling with parts on a Bugatti Chiron, this turned out to be even worse. So what is Ferrari doing behind the scenes, and why does this reveal a bigger problem for modern supercar owners? The car had a brutal history. A British owner crashed it in Cyprus after turning off traction control on an 830 horsepower hybrid. The result was catastrophic. Ripped suspension, damaged floor, and wiring torn apart. Even Ferrari's own dealership admitted they had never attempted a repair like this and effectively declared it beyond their capability. Mat saw an opportunity and bought the car. He flew to Cyprus with $11,000 worth of parts, and, surprisingly, Ferrari allowed him to work from their dealership yard. He managed to get the car back onto 4 wheels, but that's where things took a turn. When he reconnected the battery and tried to start it, the dashboard showed a message that changed everything. Hybrid system failure. Go to dealer. The engine wouldn't start. Diagnostic tools didn't work. Not even Ferrari's own system could read the car. It was as if the car had locked itself down completely. At first, Mat suspected the pyrotechnic safety fuse, a one-time crash safety device. But that wasn't the issue. The real problem was deeper. The battery management system, BMS, the brain of the hybrid, which ultimately decides whether the car is even allowed to turn on. Mat's theory, backed by the evidence, was that the BMS had been damaged in the crash and locked itself into permanent refusal. But this isn't a part you can test with basic tools or replace from a catalog. Only Ferrari can access, reprogram, or replace it using their proprietary systems, creating a frustrating catch-22. The car needed Ferrari to fix the issue. Ferrari required a certified inspection first, but the car couldn't pass that inspection, especially because of what Mat was about to do next. And what he did next changed everything. Instead of waiting, Mat sourced a genuine Ferrari 296 Challenge body kit, ultra-lightweight panels, aggressive aero, and a massive rear wing from Ferrari's track-only race car. His goal? Build a one-of-a-kind road-going 296 that looked like a full race machine. At first, it worked. Parts arrived, the transformation began, and the car looked incredible, more like a track weapon than a former wreck. But then Ferrari stepped in. They blocked further parts orders. Some components required strict VIN matching or special approval, and others were simply restricted. The message was clear. Ferrari didn't want a road car turned into a race car, especially not one rebuilt outside their system and broadcast to millions online. Mat adapted what he had, modifying the kit for road use. But this created a new problem. The car could no longer pass Ferrari's required inspection because it now wore a race kit. The loop was complete. The car needed Ferrari, but Ferrari wouldn't proceed unless the car met conditions it could no longer satisfy. Compared to Bugatti, this situation was far more complex. When Mat looked at a crashed Bugatti Chiron, the rules were simple. No parts, no support, unless repaired at the factory for huge money. A hard no, but a clear one. Ferrari, however, created layers. They initially allowed work, attempted diagnostics, then required inspections, then blocked parts, each step reasonable on its own, but together forming a deadlock. That's what made this rebuild so difficult. Even for someone like Mat, who had successfully rebuilt cars like the Ferrari 812 Superfast, this was different. The hybrid system changed everything. The Ferrari 296 GTB isn't just a car. It's a deeply integrated system of engine, motor, battery, and software, all controlled by Ferrari's own architecture. And when something goes wrong, the car itself can refuse to function without official intervention. This isn't just Ferrari. It's the future of high-performance cars. As systems become more advanced, ownership becomes more dependent on the manufacturer. For Mat, it meant something very simple and very frustrating. A fully rebuilt, visually stunning car that still wouldn't start, because the one system that mattered most was completely out of his control. The airbag system added another layer of complexity. It required the entire electrical architecture to be complete and communicating before any fault codes could even be read. That meant Matt had to fully rebuild the car before knowing if it would ever start. Meanwhile, the crash damage revealed more issues. Under the passenger seat, the floor was torn open and wiring harnesses were ripped out. The construction was surprisingly lightweight, built for weight savings, but now it required detailed fabrication and welding before electronics could go back in. And once again, everything looped back to the same problem. No diagnosis without Ferrari, and no Ferrari support without passing an inspection the car couldn't pass. So, what options does Matt actually have? As of early 2026, it comes down to two difficult paths. The first is finding a used battery management system, BMS, and hoping it works without needing Ferrari coding. But the 296 is so new that parts are rare, and even if he finds one, modern systems are often locked to a specific VIN, meaning it may still require Ferrari to activate it. The second option is the email Matt sent to Ferrari, his last card. He's hoping for some level of support, but the odds are slim. The car wasn't repaired through official channels, it has race-only parts fitted, and the entire process has been documented publicly to millions. Ferrari helping could set a precedent. Refusing leaves the car stuck. Financially, the pressure is growing. Matt paid $100,000 for the car and has spent heavily on parts and labor. Even small savings, like buying a dashboard for $2,000 instead of Ferrari's $5,100, add up. But the entire project depends on eventually getting the car running. Matt has a strong track record, rebuilding cars like the Ferrari 812 Superfast, Lamborghini Revuelto, and others that seemed impossible. But the 296 is different. This isn't just mechanical, it's software. And without access to Ferrari's systems, skill and persistence alone may not be enough. That's the bigger issue this rebuild exposes. Modern supercars are essentially computers, and when something goes wrong, they can refuse to function entirely without manufacturer approval. This isn't just about cost or convenience, it's about whether you truly own the car at all. So, what happens next? The best-case scenario is Ferrari responds and offers a path forward, maybe requiring changes or working around the race kit. Another possibility is finding a BMS that works independently, though that's uncertain. If both fail, the car could be sold as is, an incredible build that simply won't run. For now, the car sits finished, aggressive and unique. The only road-going Ferrari 296 with a challenge-style build. But it won't start. Matt has made his move. Now he's waiting. And the outcome depends on one thing, whether Ferrari decides to unlock the car or leave it silent.